Up next, we go to Foothill College for the other GSF Week 11 Game of the Week. It was senior night for the Mini Monarchs. Shout out to our GSF All-Star QB, Wills Towers, coming off a great performance last weekend as our GSF top dog, ultimate game changer. Triple dose of Lancers and Monarchs football coming right up.
Get Sports Focus is brought to you by Summit Partners, leaders in growth equity investing, Ike's Love and Sandwiches, championship level sandwiches every single time, weightsandbars.com, build your home gym and shop locally from the Bay Area's best fitness equipment experts, and by South Bay Construction, a reputation built on trust.
We'll start with the JV teams. St. Francis up 11-6. Look at the burst on this kid. With a little less than 10 minutes left to go in the third quarter, Zachary Petrovic, 56-yard touchdown run for the young Monarch that gave Mitty the lead, 14-11, two-point conversion by Ethan McComey. St. Francis answered back with this. Braden Maruo Hanamoto got the ball to Joseph Paulson. Some way, somehow, it was meant to be, I guess, because that ball was about to hit the ground, but it came back off the Mitty's defender's back. Touchdown, says the Zebras, and just like that, the Lancers are back on top. PAT by Charlotte Heath went through for 18-14, St. Francis. Lancers defense pretty stacked. Keon Langinotti and Reed Cole with the stop. Defense forced a 3 and out, and the offense got going again. Noah Ramirez got some great blocking from Trevor Dong. Trevor's a beast, and they put this one out of reach. Matthew Luna on the carry. Touchdown Lancers, final score 25-15. Looking forward to seeing these guys on varsity in the near future. And speaking of future, I checked out the Lancers Mitty freshman game the day before. Keimani Ke'ana'aina. He knows where the GSF cam is at. First touchdown of the game, PAT by Andrew Macris. Good, 7-0 Lancers. It's been a solid year for number 5, Chase Cahoon. I'm voting for him as freshman of the year, Coach Andrew. He's a human highlight reel. St. Francis got back on offense and got going right away. Okay, Aina. First down. Next play, Cahoon with his 9th touchdown of the season. Next St. Francis possession, another touchdown for Aina. That made it 21-0. They added one more touchdown just before the half. Isaiah Ancheta punched it in for a comfortable 28-0 halftime lead. Second half, Mitty freshman QB looks like a prospect. Joseph Engen to Caden Kelly. Touchdown Mitty. They're on the board, 28-7. And they added another one right here, a 76-yard touchdown run for Zach Peterson. And all of a sudden, it's 28-14 with plenty of time left in the third. Starters came back out onto the field to do some damage control. And then this.
Freshman season, my goals were at least 10 touchdowns for the season, lead the team in tackles, and get called up to varsity. Those are my big 3.
Chase Cahoon wrapped up his freshman season, yes, with the most tackles. And I found out that he told his dad that if he was going to achieve his goal of 10 touchdowns, he'd have to do it on defense. And guess what? He did! Coming to a varsity game near you, Chase Cahoon. And he will be reunited with his brother Jackson. Touchdown! That's a pick 6 for Chase. Really looking forward to this group make their contribution on varsity. 42-13, it was the final. Okay, here we go. Let's check out the varsity game, the GSF Game of the Week. We got a lot of GSF All-Star players in this game. Lancers QB Matthew Doherty took it easy for another week. Wills Towers was back for the Monarchs. So for the last 2 weeks, I've been naming Leonardo Mayulo as the kicker. Well, I apologize. It was actually number 28, Christopher Hahn, that's been doing the kicking. Great job here by Hahn. Pinned the Monarchs inside their own 10. First play from scrimmage. Towers with a laser throw to his tight end, Caden Allard. But that drive faded and led to this. Mac Roca with a punt block. Lancers took over with really good field position, and it was sophomore QB Aaron Knapp who got the opportunity to command the offense, and he handed it off to his fellow sophomore Kingston Ke'ana Aina for the first touchdown of the game. PAT by Han is good, 7-0. St. Francis, we're gonna make it up to Han for sure. Next, offensive drive for Mitty. Senior Justice Toavalo got the call, and unfortunately, Justice went down. I met Justice when he was a sophomore, and he was on our GSF Top Dog camp. We wish him well, speedy recovery, come back stronger, big guy. Towers and his Monarchs responded with this, a 46-yard bomb to Benjamin Kim. That's a sick play. That's some next level stuff by Towers right there. Next play, they tested the left side, but Lancers Andrew Carrasquillo was there to break up the pass. He's a really good cornerback. 3 plays later, Monarchs went for a field goal, but Carrasquillo got through. Oh, blocked the ball, and Riley Long recovered it at around the 40-yard line, their own 40. So the St. Francis Lancers took over, and this drive is brought to you by Kingston Ke'ana Aina. This needs to go on his college recruiting reel right here. We might have to resurrect Shift Team because this dude is shifty. Shout out to the line for making their blocks all the way through. Kingston scored his second touchdown of the game. PAT by Han went through again. 14-0 Lancers. Just before break now, Lancers kind of put things on lockdown defensively. Ofa Toilela went off with some tackles in the backfield. He's a senior, and he's one of the standouts on this team. Lancers got the ball back with a little over 3 minutes left in the half. And here's Riley Long with the head tapa. Yeah. Knapp just launched it, and Riley did the rest. 21-0 St. Francis after Han's PAT went through. Ensuing kickoff. Toilela continued his dominance as a defender. Nice tackle right here. Good job. Mitty responded right away with this. A 50-yard bomb from Towers to Scudero, the fastest man in CCS. Yeah, I said it. Great execution. That was a strike by Wills. Nice job. 21-7, Mitty on the board with 2:15 left in the half. But just before the half, Riley Long said, wait a second, I got wheels too, GSF. 71-yard to the house. There's fast, and there's Riley fast. 28-7. St. Francis put it on halftime score. Third quarter, one more touchdown for sophomore Aaron Knapp. Ned Regelis with a grab in the back of the end zone. 35-13 was the final. The Lancers will host Sacred Heart Cathedral in the first round of the CCS playoff D1 bracket. So we got the post-game interviews coming up. GSF Game of the Week post-game interviews coming up next.
GetSportsFocus is brought to you by Summit Partners, leaders in growth equity investing. Ike's Love and Sandwiches, championship level sandwiches every single time. Weightsandbars.com, build your home gym and shop locally from the Bay Area's best fitness equipment experts. And by South Bay Construction, a reputation built on trust.
Got a lot of good dudes up front, we got a lot of depth. And I always trust them, when I'm back there in the pocket, I just always have my trust in them, and I know they're going to put their body on the line for me, and I really appreciate that from them, and, it's just great having those dudes out there.
I mean, it's awesome, we have complete faith in him, and we have total confidence, we know that we can win with him.
Yep, the coaches call the plays, and the lines executed, so I just hit the hole, and, I did what I did.
Coming in this game, we had a good week of practice. Last week we put 4 quarters together, so that's what we were looking to do this week. A lot of people were out, so a lot of people stepped up. Aaron was just out there just throwing dimes. O-line definitely stepped up, helped King. King's just a dog, so, he was just hitting the holes. Fullbacks did their job, and we just made the play that came to us.
We knew they're a good team. A lot of athletes. They had number 10. Justice, he went down early. Number 3 did his job, and then Will, number 1 quarterback, is good. So coaches told us, got to take this game serious, like another game. And, we did our job. We did win.
Well, I mean, this whole season's been pretty cool, and last season, I've been blessed to be coached by some pretty good coaches and just play along some of my friends and some really good players. I've got to learn from some of the greats like, Juju, Josh Perry. They're all great influences on me, so just learning from them really influenced me and, helped me out there on that field these past few weeks.
Man, just came in the game confident. Coach Suggs, Coach Johnson, just lay out the game plan. We execute. We did good as a team. Just all do our assignments, and it's a good win.
I want to thank the O-line. They did awesome tonight. Obviously Kingston, because then they're going to pull more people into the box. That gives me more opportunities. And then obviously Aaron Knapp, because he was amazing, and Coach Cal, because awesome plays.